Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played between HippieIdiot, currently posing as Rayand. It's not Rayand, it's HippieIdiot. He constantly changes his name so you don't know it's him, but he changes it to the name of other players. He's going up against Super Pershing with his random deck draft. So we'll get through that and then we'll get back to the game. Alright, so this is Super Pershing's deck for the game. He's playing 5th Panzer, and yeah, the last two still kind of bad. So from what he told me, he plays like random deck draft. So the Waryes random deck drafter. So if you go on waryes.com, which I probably should have had open before we began this. Yeah, let me just fill the void for a few seconds longer. Right, yeah, hello, hey, how are you? How's your day going? Definitely do a cut here while I get Waryes up. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. In the crucial moment, his step has faltered. So, Waryes, you get a random deck draft. So you click this. Oh, it remembers my one from last time. So you click this and it gives you 3 random divisions to select. So whatever, 35, first armored. Then it gives you 3 random units, and it's got the vet built in as well. So this is actually a vetted CV, which is a bit useless, right? And then it'll keep going, and some of them are vetted, some of them aren't, right? It's random, semi-random, and you eventually build a deck, right? So he told me that's the way he builds his decks, and that's why the deck's so weird. So I'm not sure if a deck review is too useful in this case, given that he's intentionally doing it wrong. This is my 5th Panzer. You could copy that if you'd like. Basically, oh yeah, I don't know why I bring the Lars too. That's dumb of me. I was just trying something. It didn't work. The Lars sucks. Bring the Mars instead. Pioneer Flam beats regular Pioneer hands down. Need more Marder 1A2s. Need some Leopard 2s. You don't need both of the Jaguars. You should bring Roland 3, Roland 2 Gepard. I think that's what I do. Huh. Oh, yeah. This is a more up-to-date one. Roland 3, Roland 2 Gepard. And, yeah, you need the Leopard 2s. That's sort of the point of the div. He's got the good planes, though. The Tornado IDS cluster, the Tornado HE, got the airborne forward deployment. But yeah, he's missing a lot of tools. His opponent is HippieIdiot. HippieIdiot, who you should know of. I did a bit of a fake out where I put out a video called HippieIdiot, but it was me pretending to be HippieIdiot, because somebody thought I was HippieIdiot. I mean, I am hippie, I might be an idiot, but there is a specific character called HippieIdiot. If you don't know the lore, I envy you. So basically, he just spams a bunch of helos, and the rest of the deck's sort of superfluous, but he's got the fighters with the helos. He'll occasionally buy a tank or something, but it just tends to be loads of CVs and loads of helos, and he just rushes you with that. There's not much else to say, really. Let's see how it goes. Right, so with that out of the way, the 5th Panzer deck is, like, absolutely awful, but we've discussed why that's the case, right? So he's very limited in his options. He doesn't have any Marders, he doesn't have any Leopard 2s, and so on. His opponent is just heli rushing with 119Y, which is what he always does. He either air rushes with 8-second airborne, or he air rushes with 119Y. Heli rushes. Whatever, helicopters go in the air. And he changes his name so you don't know it's him. But whenever you're against those 2 divisions now, you have to be careful, because it's probably going to be him. He's got loads of different accounts because he keeps getting banned. And he just buys another one. He just buys another one. He like seriously needs help, man. I mean, I don't say that lightly. He, if you've ever spoken to him, you'll get what I mean. So yeah, big heli rush, right? And then on the other side, we got no Marders or Leopard 2s, but you wouldn't open with those anyway. These high mat things actually aren't bad against 50 cals, because aren't bad against helicopters because of the 50 cal. The 50 cal, if you're getting attacked by a helo, you park it behind a house. Helo flies over the 50 cal, will actually kill it. So that's important. He does have some Zwillingers. Sure what the plan there is. Maybe, what, does it give you better air optics? Like, maybe you'd see the jets coming in, but they come in here, so I don't... Interesting. That's what you would do with the looks, right? Oh, okay, I see. I get it now. the Lux is going around the side, and the AA is there to defend the Lux. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And we got the 40-point CVs, two of those. Fernspeer coming out. Yeah. Don't know why it's using that road. I guess it's not really his choice. And then, yeah, just a bunch of Heimat M48s backed by a Roland 2 and a Gepard. So he's got a decent chance against this because of the Roland 2 and the Gepard and the 50 cars and the Zwillingers. Let's see how it goes. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get heli rushed by HippieIdiot. The reason he's called HippieIdiot, if you're not aware, is because his name used to be HippieIdiot, and he just constantly goes around saying HippieIdiot, HippieIdiot, HippieIdiot. The reason he does that is because I made one video where I played against him and I won. That's it. Like I said, the guy has like serious issues. It's a shame, you know. I mean, usually they'd be in an asylum, but unfortunately, their parents just whack them on the computer and then make it everybody else's problem. It's quite common, unfortunately. So yeah, big heli rush backed up by one Acacia, one Tunguska, and an SU-27 with a BTR-60. Basically, you'd want to hide this behind the building and not run out in the open and die. So you'd be in here and you'd just unload right behind the building, then press stop, and you'd hide behind the building. You don't want to drive all your guys into the helicopters and die. You don't want to drive all your guys into the helicopters and die. You don't want to drive all your guys into the helicopters and die. Unfortunately, the main advantage of the heli rush is just people's reaction to it is just dreadful. So he just didn't change any of his orders and he just drove into them and died. So he does have the Roland 2. Hopefully he bought more AA. He's bought more AA. You don't buy an ASF in this case because he wants you to do that so he can kill it with the SC-27. Look, the Heimats are all shooting with the 50 cals. He's doing really well. He didn't have to lose all his units up front though. But look, he's moving the Zwilling around. The CVs are still going. Right? Now you need to fast move these forwards. Ah, that has smoke, so he could have survived there. He bought the plane. So the plane gets routed by the enemy plane, and now you don't have a plane to kill the healers, so you usually don't want to buy a plane in that case, but I get it. But yeah, if he'd fast move these forwards instead of attack moving them... Oh, he's doing it now. Oh, now he's attack moving again. The point is, it'll stop at the maximum range and shoot, but you want to be underneath it, so that first of all you can't get away, and secondly, the accuracy will be a lot higher because you're a lot closer. He killed most of them, but he lost most of his units for it. Whereas if he'd kept going, I guess he thinks there's something in here. Usually there would be, so I guess that makes sense, but there isn't in this case. So he's just kind of wasted time, essentially. So yeah, if he'd fast moved, he'd get a lot closer, they can't get away. Obviously the motion accuracy is less than the static accuracy, but as you get closer and closer it does more, so it's very important. But he killed most of the helos, so he's got a decent chance. And the SU-27 is down now, so you could buy another plane. But basically you just need to rebuy all your stuff. So you need recon, that's the main thing, you can't see anything. Fernspeer is desperately trying to get to this BTR, which has its weapons turned off for some reason. So you see it get past you, so you've got to defend this now, because you know it's coming for this. I have lost to this guy before, so that's worth noting. And yeah, so will he see this is happening and smoke? Guess not. Oh, he has. Thankfully it missed. So yeah, the Gepard, bring the Gepard up. You need to get to here, really, but I guess he assumes there's somebody in there. You need recon. Yeah, he's just letting it go right past him. Because, like, once, you know, he saw it going past him, right? Because he was desperately trying to catch it. But once it goes past you, you got to think, well, where's that going? What's going in here, right? Okay, so he's bought the Bopar to try and find it, but he could have cut it off with the M48, because, like, he's going to take this zone. That's a +2, so it's very important that you, Oh, he got it! It was just on attack move, and it just Stock turned around, shot it. I guess he didn't even see it happening, but there you go. Kill's a kill, right? So the Gepards, you got to be careful with them. They do have smoke, but if this is on the ground, it can't actually shoot it. So you want to use... the tanks are out of range as well. Panzer Grenadier M113 tends not to be brought, but as you know, it's a random deck build, so... So you really don't want to lose smoke. Nice. I don't know if that was automatic, because it's on defensive, but it did it anyway, so... So yeah, he's got the Gepards, and so his opponent lands the helos. So you send the tank forwards, and because now they're in tank range, the tanks can shoot at them when they're on the ground. They can't shoot when they're 1 centimeter above the ground. You know, people have asked, like, why don't they just do what the North Koreans do and put stingers on all the tanks? So yeah, I guess he doesn't... It's kind of hard to deal with helicopters on the ground, because you gotta use the tank gun, and people just don't think. They're like, it's a helicopter, I can't kill it. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa. So this CV's coming around, I suppose. At least defending Alpha was a big deal, because he'd be on a -4 now. Like, even if he killed it once it was in the zone, he'd be on a -4, and that's a big deal. It's a big problem. So... yeah, he needs some infantry in mid. They're on their way, but he doesn't have the Pioneer Flam. Doesn't have a lot of things. It's pretty unfortunate. Can't remember if he has the Lux. Lux would be useful. He's losing his Gepards. Yeah, it's got 3 front armor, so that's dead now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Just not having the infantry, because the infantry all died because he drove it into the helicopters. You just click it all and just right-click backwards, you know, you can be fancier about it, but generally, you know, just hit stop on them all and you can, like, reverse them all individually, or you could just right-click back here, you know, they'll have to turn and stuff. You want to G and press backwards, and then they'll have to turn, so they can go backwards fast. They go backwards as fast as they go forwards, but the main thing is the turning. But, I mean, I've seen this happen so many times now. It's just people just don't click fast enough. They need more practice of getting heli rushed, so the beatings will continue. He killed most of them, though. There's only 2 helicopters left. But he just really struggling to kill these last 2. So when this lands, maybe the Milan can get it. It's not looking... But yeah, when they land, the HIMAT thing can just shoot them on the ground. Back to the point about the tanks. So the North Koreans put, like, Iglos and Strelas on their tanks. Somebody asked me, you know, why don't they just do that? Well, because a modern tank fire control system can just shoot a helicopter. It's a moving target like any other. It's done by a computer, so the tank gun would just nail the helicopter. Unless the helicopter's so far above you that you can't turn the tank gun high enough, you just press beep boop on the computer and it kills it, so you don't have to think. So there's no need for the javelin or whatever, and if oh, come on, man, really? Just saw his Gepard die to that. Yeah. Just getting cyberbullied by this. This will be the plane from before, as will this, most likely. But he's capped this, so that'll be +2 now. Just needs to stop things from getting in. This is in a decent spot for that. It might miss. It did not. His opponent didn't react. Yeah, could try going for India, could try going for Foxtrot, right? So something like this, it's 25 points, you don't really care what happens to it. Just send it down that road and have, you know, the tank and the Gepard and this thing just a bit behind it. And if it makes it, well, hey, you keep going. If it doesn't make it, you stop and turn around, right? Yeah, but yeah, he still has the rest of the deck. It's not like a flying pancake deck where there's literally nothing else. This is not in a great spot. How on earth did that not die? So he's got the Gepard, so these shouldn't be a problem. Just needs to not fly into them and die. Yeah, he doesn't have any Leopard 2s, so he's only got the crap tanks. He wouldn't have any good infantry AT anyway, so you really struggle to kill these T-80s if they just drive into you. Usually you'd use a plane. You can't really use a plane because of the Su-27s. the MiG-29s, so loses the CV in mid. He'll still be on a +1 though. It's because of the way the zones work. Because, yeah, he's really going to struggle to kill these, especially without the Leopard 2s. Yeah, it doesn't have AA with this, so the double helo comes and kills him. It's tough, man. He had a chance here as well, he just didn't take it. Like, most of the zones are just empty, but... when, like, you've got the recon helo, so he could have sent a recon... Yeah, and this could have... Whoa, there's nobody here, you know. So you get a problem with a jet coming and killing it and so on, so... What's he going for? I guess he was going for the CV, but... Now he's going for the... Yeah, you should always focus the AA. Now he can't see it, I believe. Because the Bopar. But the Tunguska isn't moving. That was cool. That was a good volley. Yeah, need some infantry. Like, you'd smoke this and put this one behind just there, right? And then you just wait for him to come in and sideshot him. And then the tank would also be there trying to sideshot him, but... Easier said than done. That's on the ground. And yeah, how does he kill the T-80? I don't think he even has the Carl Gustav, you know. Don't think he has that unit because of the deck draft. So... Even though the Carl Gustav sucks, it's his best AT and he doesn't even have that. So this guy just walks in. Apparently he's not worth shooting over the tank that's not in the zone. That's the automatic targeting, it just does that. So yeah, the guy has loads and loads of CVs and he just heli rushes into CVs. The fact that like it just shouldn't work, it's not a strong strategy at all. It's really bad, but... people react incorrectly. I mean, I've lost to it. I was playing HDR, and I just didn't have the tools to deal with it, because I didn't bring the Starstreak LML, which I now bring. And yeah, so the CV just kind of walks in, and he just can't kill it, apparently. So you would send like this up, you know. Oh, he got it! What killed it? It must have been this. Let's see what else could have got it. So yeah, no rolling 3 either. That's bloody typical, isn't it? Rolling 2's dead. So you can move a little bit while stunned. Or you can change the order into an attack move order at the last second, thus forcing the thing to stop and start turning around on the spot. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. We did have a tournament with these War Yes random decks, and I actually won that tournament. It was a 1v1 tournament, I came first. Some of the mega tryhards didn't play because it's suboptimal and that, you know, like if you think it upsets me, you should see some of these guys, honestly, they're disgusting. But there were some really good players in there. So yeah, what you should have done there is pulled out of this and press stop, wait for him to come past and sideshot him, but it's not what happened. You might be able to get this. Usually, like, if you're worried about cubs, you'd come out here first and then, you know, like, shift queue up the order, but there's no cubs. It's just... It's not even a cub div, right? Tunguska and so on. Yeah, it won't one-shot those. So this is just how he plays. Then he just buys more CVs, just buys more CVs, just buys more CVs. Usually... I mean, I think it works like half the time. I think he's got like a 50% win rate. It's mainly just because people aren't used to playing against it. I reckon if you played 5 games against this guy, you'd never lose again. Unless you just get like a really bad div at dealing with it. Such as, you know, completely arbitrarily HDR without the Starstreak LML. So yeah, he should have gone for the lower one, but I don't think he could see it. Because, yeah, once again, it didn't kill it. It doesn't. That's not the point. The point is it reloads fast and it's very survivable. Oh, no, he does have the Carl Gustav, so there you go, that's his best AT. 16 AP. Wow. But he doesn't, you know, that's not his deck build problem, that's just the div. The div has some weaknesses, unlike second Pantagran, which is just completely busted, which gets the Fancy 3. But hey, he took this one, and this one's the +2, so it's very important. I'm not sure why he's just chilling in the field. Want to be in a house somewhere like this one, right? But he's in there, so he's actually on a +3. Enemy's just coming straight through again. Got to be prepared for that. So where something like the Marder would come in handy, but he doesn't have the Marder because of the deck. So that was a side shot. Surprisingly large amount of damage. Usually it would just do 1 damage. But yeah, the side shot angle's really narrow. Well, okay, the front shot angle's really narrow, so it's very easy to be side shotted if you don't reverse. So he reversed, but he didn't reverse directly away from the enemy. He did it was like slightly off center, so he was getting side shot. So yeah, if he gets like a smoke mortar here, he can push back in. The main issue he's got is if there's a T-80U just stood there, it's just going to kill everything. Because he can't really deal with that. These tanks are low, but there's 3 of them. You'd expect the Leopard 1 to be a 3 HP T-80 BVK, even if, like, at these ranges, the T-80 should one-shot the Leopard 1. But given the HP, you know. And yeah, that was good play. So what you do is, if they're flying around your base like a Muppet, you can buy a Recon Helo, or you can buy some, like, cheap AA, like a Gepard or a Roland 2 or something. Right, so now this should one-shot that, yeah. And then you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see when its back is turned, and then you send out the plane when its back is turned and shoot it in the back, right? So yeah, the Marder would be useful because you can like put the infantry there, put the Marder there, that sort of thing. And you can cover a lot of ground with that, and then people can't get around you. So Jaguar 1, the main advantage of the Jaguar in general is that it's got 6 armor, so it can survive a tank shot. I mean, obviously it won't survive 2, and then the ATGM hits, right? And then you smoke. You don't sit there and reload because you'll die. The point is you both just hit each other, and your unit's a lot cheaper than that tank is. Bit of a panic there. So yeah, these will just keep coming round. Once again, the attack move of Doom. But that's the front armor. Should get that. It's not got a lot of HP, so there you go. This is a +2 as well, so Red's actually on the +1 now because he has mid. This is finally going to reveal itself, and that'll be very useful for taking it. So it's good to, you know, if you're going for a backline zone, depending on how much time you've got, it is good to... So yeah, he's just using these to recon. You'll notice he brings them in the helicopter just so he can get them forwards faster, because he expects to be playing around your side of the map because of the heli rush. No AA here is rough. But yeah, if you go in for a zone, it helps to, before you put the CV in, if they haven't spotted you yet, I mean, if they've spotted you, then whatever, you can do what you want. But if they haven't spotted you yet, then before you put the CV in, you want to, like, set up the defense. This hasn't actually been given a right-click order, apparently. Although it seems to be doing the right thing, so I don't... Maybe that's just the game bugging out. So yeah, he's stood in a field, not behind a building, not using his smoke, dead. It's a shame. I mean, if he was in the buildings, it might not have seen him. Then you pop out behind and it can't shoot you, because now you're just stuck in the open, and once you run out of smoke there, you're dead. I mean, that your only hope is to hide in the smoke, but because he's got auto cover on, it leaves the smoke to hide in the tree line. And yeah, they're getting around him. Alouette should see the T-80. MiG-29 is going to go for the Alouette, most likely. And yeah, they're just capping. He's going to lose every zone on the map, I guess. That's a shame. That could have survived longer. It's, it is difficult. So, lost Delta, lost Charlie. Yeah, it's not looking great for Blue. He's just getting outplayed, basically. Yeah. You know, these are very expensive, so it's hard to... It's very cost ineffective to just send them all over the map and get into places, so should be stoppable, right? Because look, they're dying. So he should recap Charlie and Alpha, and then he can go on Delta. But he needs recon, and the recon healers just constantly get shot down by the SC-27. And because he doesn't have the Roland 3, he's stuck with the Roland 2, and the only way the Roland 2 is going to shoot him is if he flies up right over him like that. So he does have some Leopard 2s, apparently, the CV-1. And now that that's down, maybe he can do something, but yeah, this is not the sort of thing a Lux can kill. If it gets the side armor, it can do something. It's just, yeah, because it engaged from max range. You know, so if he'd waited for it to get really close, maybe he could have got it. But then maybe it would have just seen him, right? The CV ones actually have a step up on optics over the regular tanks. Goes bad, mediocre, normal, good, very good, exceptional. And that, strangely enough, there's no very good stealth value. There's only 4 stealth values. Yeah, but blue has got the air superiority for now. And red's gone for the Charlie one, but there's a CV already here, so that's going to get sorted. So blue back on the +1. We'll go down for a second. But then this should die here because there's 2 tanks and just coming down a road and... Oh, he's stuck on the house. Right, so now smoke with this one. Use the cluster bomber. Yeah. And then he's going down the road to try and dodge it. But he'd already taken damage, you know, and it got him. So now he could get to Delta. And he brought the recon healer out because the fight was down. He's going to lose India, though. So, next stop, Delta. So he'll be on a +1, but then, basically, once all this is sorted, red should be back on the +1, because he's going to take India back. Yeah, that's pretty normal. And then this should get it on the rebound. So yeah, you can use the bombers to... What's he doing? He could kill it. Oh man, he's just giving it a move order instead of right-clicking. No, where you going? Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. I'm annoyed because I care. He could have killed that. He was right behind it, but he just didn't give it the order. Oh, man. I'd make a really bad teacher. I'd be in jail. I would have throttled one of the kids. Then they'd call me an extremist because I did it while brown. But that's not the point. I'm just extremely angry. So... yeah. Should be able to get the T80U. This time he's right-clicking. He's learned. He should kill this because the guns. Good stuff. And now he can come kill the T80U. Whoa, he gets it because... that did a lot of damage. Because it had its rear facing him. What? Why was it... what? Alright. Not sure about that. So, red's coming back. Blue's kind of wise to the strategy now. He knows that there's nothing behind any of this. It's just stuff just coming down road. So I can just go down the road as well. And he's got the recon helos to check the roads. So, and then he's got the bombers to sort it out. So yeah, you'll see this one. And then he's got 2 tanks versus 1 tank. Should be fine. The main issue he's got is this zone now. Might lose that zone, but there's no... this is the CV. Red's lost a lot of CVs. I wonder if he's got any left. So, yeah, you shoot, then you smoke right now. Smoke with this one. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Although, yeah, this didn't have an order, so it dies. That's a shame. Could have fired 2 missiles into him, and then with the roll 2 you should kill him and not die. Yeah, he's not really looking here. He's just losing everything on the road. But there's no CV. There's no CV. Red's still on the +1. I'm getting the impression he's running out of CVs. Because he sent so many forwards, and there's so many have died. I can't remember from the deck review how many he has. Wasn't it like 3 in the inf tab, 2 in the inf tab, 3 in the logi tab, and 4 in the tank tab? Surely he's not lost all of those. But he's just buying T-80Us and sending them down roads unsupported, and as long as Blue has the recon and the bombers, well... So here you go, the Leopard 2 should now stop the tick and give him a +1, so unless Red has some CVs left. So yeah, you can use the bombers to help your fighters win the fight. So that was good synchronization. It's hard to do that because the bomber has a 10-second travel time and the fighter has a 2-second travel time. So that was good synchronization from him, sending them all out at once, because you've got to count to 8, and for Warno players that's very difficult. Warno players, you know, if it's... They don't have opposable thumbs, so actually 8's the maximum. I guess he must have run out of CVs. So yeah, it's not Rayand. No, it's not Rayand. It's HippieIdiot, and he's called himself Rayand, and he's downloaded Rayand's profile picture, and he's posing as Rayand while going around flaming people and heli rushing them. So if you did that in the UK, it's actually a criminal offence. But we live in a surveillance state, so, you know, maybe you live somewhere a bit nicer. So yeah, he did it. A win is a win, right? Certainly things could have been like, oh, none of this had to die, right? None of that had to die. As soon as you see him coming, you just hit reverse on everything. And if you open Recon Healer, you see him coming earlier, because he might not have actually seen him until the Fern Spear died. But these guys, they definitely could have been saved. But hey, a win is a win. GG.